We are live.
Oh, awesome.
So, welcome, Madhu. We are welcoming each other rather.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think these are like these fun expeditions.
Yeah, yeah. You and I make a pair to have these live coaching conversations, and somehow I also like it. I mean, for
Yeah,
me, it feels like yet another conversation.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was going to say that it's exciting because both of us don't know what's going to emerge or unfold.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And every coaching conversation to me feels like deepening my craft, whether it's live or not.
Yeah, and for me as a client, it's my creative pursuit.
Yeah,
So these are my story creating moments.
yeah. And now I've seen you post daily on LinkedIn.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that was part of a coaching conversation,
Yeah,
where I was exploring consistency.
yes.
And then I realized that it's only play that helps me, where I don't have to do anything. It's something that will just automatically flow.
Right. So, thank you again, once again, Madhu. I know
Pleasure, pleasure.
it's something we both enjoy, and yet it takes something to be live and explore and be vulnerable and be real at the same time. So, thank you very much. I mean, confidentiality तो नहीं है, but it's our own free will that has brought us here today, and I'm respecting that. And with my presence and for my being, I'm going to be committing to hold space for you
Yeah,
in the best
thank you.
possible way.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I think since I signed up for it, I understand that, confidentiality is something that I fundamentally believe that all of us are similar and all of us have the same journey. So actually speaking, there's nothing called confidential. So I'm good. Very good.
Thank you. So what I was thinking is we can have this conversation for about 40 to 45 minutes. And then once we finish, I can check with you. What do you want you to talk about it, or do you want to close? However
Sure.
you feel, we'll
Sure.
take it that way.
Sure. Yes. All emergence today.
Hmm. So going into it right now, uh, would you like a few minutes before we dive into the conversation?
I think we're okay, Deepa. Yeah. Let's just get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, good. So how have you been, Madhu?
I've been good. I've been busy. I've been after numbers, getting some targets and things like that. Yeah, so quite indulged in the process. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think having myself completely immersed and involved in something brings out the best in me. And it's something that I enjoy. And in fact, I'm loving the LinkedIn experiment. That also is giving me a sense of contemplation, occupation, and all of that. So all good.
I sense joy and contemplation at the same time in what you shared a
Yeah,
few minutes ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think my joy is in the contemplation. And when the outcome of the contemplation is always something to think about, something to consider, something that can be looked into with, new vision. Yeah. So, yes, joy in the contemplation.
Yeah. And the joyous Madhu.
Yes, always. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if joy is available and accessible. Why not? Why choose anything?
So, at the time that we have today, what would you like to explore and take away?
Yeah. So when, of course, every time I have a coaching conversation, for me, it's an exploration. Like I said, it's a creative pursuit. So something automatically will drop into my head saying that, okay, let me explore this. While I don't think about it, but the topic especially will, just drop in. So interestingly, the topic today is Gen AI. And since we are calling it generative listening, I was thinking Gen AI, and there's nothing artificial about it.
Hmm.
So AI is, I think, aligned intelligence. And when intelligence is aligned, uh, I'm thinking that it has the power to generate. It has the power to generate possibility. It has the power to think beyond current constructs and things like that. So yeah, it popped into my head saying AI, and interestingly, I've stepped away from AI in the last couple of weeks because I just thought, let me step back. And I like these little experiments with myself to see what really lies beneath. Am I really missing something? Uh, do I still have, my fully functional mind, or have I really sold my soul to AI and things like that? And so, yeah, it's just nice little experiments that pop into my head, and I like them. Yeah, and I think this, aligned intelligence is also going to be an experiment in this conversation because I don't know what it means right now. It just popped into my head. It's aligned intelligence. There's nothing artificial about it, and it's generative in it. That's all I know right now. So we'll use our time to figure that out.
Hmm. Aligned intelligence, there's nothing artificial about it, and it's used to generate.
Yeah, correct. It has the capacity to
It does.
generate. Yeah, it has the potential to generate. Yes.
Hmm. And what about this would you like to specifically explore in the time that we
Yeah. I think what it means,
have?
and what made it occur to me. Why did I think that it was aligned intelligence? It could have been applied intelligence. It could have been allied intelligence. It could have been anything else, but it occurred to me that it's aligned intelligence.
Hmm.
So I think just the pairing of the words together, I think holds some meaning.
Hmm. And what does align mean to you in general?
I'm glad we're starting there because that's the exploration.
Okay.
That's the conversation. What does aligned mean? So when I think of the word align, the first thing that comes to my mind is a line, and it almost feels like all the dots coming together, and they form a line. So everything coming together in a linear fashion is a line, and it almost feels like that is aligned. That's the first thought. Yeah. Uh, Also, what it also means is that I think they need to be equidistant. Every dot also has to be, I think, equidistant. And I think every dot has to be the same shape, size, uh, nature, all of that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what is coming up.
As you said that, I suddenly found my spine almost upright.
Yeah. You went upright and I kind of went behind, relaxing.
I saw that. I saw we were mirroring.
Mm. Yeah, that feels aligned to me. And interesting that you brought the word spine, because it almost reminds me of how when energy is aligned, and of course, we were talking about it before our conversation. So interesting how, that pre-conversation content is coming into the space. Uh, how it is that energy that comes together uh, for anything to function as well. Yeah. Yeah. But let me look deeper into what alignment means. Somehow the word synchronicity is also coming to me. Yeah. The word highest possibility is also coming to me. That when something is really aligned, then it's the highest possibility. Yeah. I'm also reminded of the beehive, how efficient that structure is. That's also aligned. Yeah, these are my thoughts. Mm.
And as you share all of these different connections with respect to aligned and the topic that you want to explore, what about this is significant for you today, right now?
The fact that it just popped,
Hmm.
means that there's something there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been exploring the topic in the first place because I never thought about it like this ever before. So, yeah, that's the significance. And maybe it holds key to my life in terms of what needs alignment if something is scattered. Mm. And what is the role of intelligence in that alignment? It's almost like if you outsource intelligence, then nothing's left. So intelligence has to be kept safe, protected, used, actually. Yeah. Yeah. It has to really be utilized. That's when I think the sharpness will come. Yeah. And I think it also ties to the highest possibility that I mentioned earlier. So that's another thought I have.
I observed a sudden shift in energy, especially on your face. Who are you being right now as you explore?
I'm asking myself, is there something I'm missing? Because otherwise, why would this pop in my head? Either it's something that I'm missing or it's something that I need greater understanding about. Yeah. So I'm just right now being curious as one. Also in the mode of receiving. Yeah. 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 But so for me, receiving is a state of flow. If there's effort, then I'm not receiving anything. So right now I feel like that. So I think we should just move ahead, move along and see. Yeah.
Sure.
Don't want to think.
How will you know by the end of these 45 minutes that we have explored it?
Just as it popped in my head, I think something else, yeah, will come as an answer to that question that came through. That's all. And I have complete faith that it will come. Because the dots have to come together for that line to form. And I've said so many things, and all of that could be those dots. So I know the story will come together. It just requires time. What I'm also understanding is that patience is key. If I hurry, and if I'm really pushing for it, it's interference from my end. Because what popped was absolutely no interference. It didn't come from me. So I think just going easy about it. Yeah, not forcing anything to come. Or yeah, I don't want to be an interference. So I would know when it's not coming from my mind. It's coming from someplace else. And it may not be logical. Yeah. And I may not even understand it completely. And I'm okay with that. Yeah. It could also be a counter question. It need not just be an answer. So all of that is possible. Yeah, you would know. I mean, you'd see my energy and you'd know, I'd know as well. Yeah.
So from this, I hear two spectrums. One is what's the scatter I heard, what's missing I heard.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I heard aligned, I
Yes.
heard highest possibility,
Yes.
I heard curious.
Correct.
So to explore these
Yeah.
from here to here, if we have to explore this,
Yeah.
what would you like to begin the exploration with?
Yeah. So I think curiosity is going to get me from, this place to that place, from scatter to what I'm missing to, the highest possibility and alignment. So it's going to be the journey of curiosity. Now, what will take us from here to there? First is to understand if I'm really scattered, if I'm missing something. If I understand that, then, it allows me to journey forward. Right? So I think let's focus on, do I feel scattered or if there's something that's missing right now. I was feeling scattered when I was using artificial intelligence, and I've become a lot more aligned when I started using aligned intelligence. So in the last 2 weeks, I've stopped interacting with AI. I, so that's one thing. In terms of what am I missing? What I could be missing is greater contribution. And that's something that I've noticed in the last 15 days with the LinkedIn posts that I've been making, that I'm able to, put my thoughts out there. And if it benefits somebody, then so be it. And even if it doesn't, it's okay. It's something that I'm processing. So I think so I've kind of moved some distance, is what I can see right now, in terms of being scattered and in terms of what I'm missing. What I'm also thinking is that one of my key strengths is resourcefulness. And for me to not feel scattered and, all of that is about using this strength, which possibly I've not been using it to my full, to its full potential. So I think that is one aspect as well. So that's the understanding I have right now in terms of, these two things, these two dots. So now I'm looking at the other end where there is highest possibility and alignment. And what really comes to me is just to use all my strengths. That's about it. Because when I use all my strengths, then I feel aligned. Because then the contribution is that much more consistent. It's that much more natural. I'm not depending on anything or anybody. Yeah, probably that's why the word aligned intelligence came into my head. Yeah. I just have to look at all those dots that make me. Yeah. And I have to line up those dots. Yeah. And when those dots line up, it's my full expression then. So what I'm missing is I'm probably not living my entire expression. Yeah. Yeah. And probably the scatter comes from there as well. Yeah. Because when I'm resourceful, I'm in charge. I'm completely in charge. Yeah. Nice. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the.
I see a smile.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you discovering about yourself right now?
I think what I said about full expression. Yeah, you have, I mean, one has to live one's full life, whatever gifts one has, all of that needs to find expression. And also, I'm somebody who believes in strengths. So, yeah, not in, working on things that don't work for me. Yeah. That's double the effort for me. For me, working on my strength is a compounding effect. So, so I think that's what I'm missing. That full expression. Yeah. That's the discovery.
And each dot is my strength, my resourcefulness.
Correct.
And when you earlier talked about each dot being exactly the same
Correct.
size and
Yeah.
not here and there,
Yeah.
which makes it a straight line, which is
Correct.
aligned.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 All the strengths have to be nurtured. They have to mature to, their full capacity. They have to be nicely well-rounded. Yeah. Well-rounded and light as well.
Light.
Light. Yeah. 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 I'd like to have a white dot as compared to a black dot.
Oh, you mean luminous?
Yes. Yeah.
And what does light mean to you?
It has the capacity to touch everybody and everything, whether they like it or not. So I'm reminded of the sun. It just has the capacity to touch. So that's light. And it travels so fast. So there's no stopping light. The power of light is blinding. And you're left with little choice. Yeah. I think intelligence is light. Yeah. And when it's aligned, it's blinding. Because uh, the alignment is so high that it's like the sun. So it's not in my experience, but I certainly sense the possibility of it. I can just imagine that what would happen if, and we spoke about the spine, we spoke about energy, we spoke about all of that, right? So when all of that is aligned, then you're shining from within. Yeah. Yeah. Light is equal to aligned intelligence. Or aligned intelligence is equal to light.
Aligned intelligence is equal to
Equal
light.
to light. Yeah.
And where are you sensing this in your body right now?
Every part of it. Every part of it. It just feels right. It just feels right. Because it's not something I thought about. It just popped.
And you were asking, you're also inquiring,
Yes,
why has it come at this time?
correct. Yeah,
Any
yeah.
clues to that?
I think, like I
This
said,
expert.
uh, it has come at this time because I'm not using everything to its full capacity, its full potential, and all of that. So it's partial expression, no? So that's why. That's why it came now. Yeah. Otherwise,
You smile.
yeah.
Yeah. What's happening right now?
I think it's just that's the quality of truth. Its capacity to shine.
Hmm.
See, this is intelligence at play. This entire conversation is aligned intelligence at play. Uh, really allowing. And we said emergence and unfolding, things like that. So I think all of it. Yeah. And I said this was going to be an experiment, no? It's a good experiment.
And at this point of time, I can feel the warmth and the radiance of the sun right here.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually, it just feels like this, like it's rain.
Right. Yeah. 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 Nothing can stop it.
Yeah.
Nothing can
There's
stop it.
another image that's coming to me, which is I'm almost sensing 8, 9 horses
Mm.
with a speed. It's as if it's going and it's demonstrating a speed and it's taking me along. It's that kind of a speed I'm sensing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another image.
Yeah. Yeah. That's alignment. That's the alignment. They're all aligned for that speed to happen. That's the alignment. Those are the dots for that light to travel. Yeah.
Hmm. Where are we in this conversation? It's about 30 odd minutes.
Minutes. It's been a lovely discovery. I'm glad that you brought about uh, the spectrum because that allowed me to see what's the journey like. And for me to traverse this journey, I need to understand this. So when I understood this, then the journey became that much more meaningful. And then, we arrived at the end state. So that was, I think, that the dots had to come together for that alignment through that spectrum. And the word light as well has added that dimension that, uh, the aligned intelligence needed. So you said, where have you reached? We're in the chariot.
In whose chariot?
In light's chariot. Light's chariot. That's where we've reached. And of course, you will have to experience life to keep moving. But that alignment is required. That's where.
So you came with a goal to explore, and we're right now in Light's chariot,
Mhm.
and you've traveled from
Yeah,
the
the
missing,
spectrum.
yeah, the spectrum, the
Yeah,
missing to the
yeah,
highest possibility.
yeah.
Where from here in the next 10 minutes that we have?
So the question that comes up is, what is that highest possibility?
Mm.
Yeah. While I said that the highest possibility is that full expression of all those dots, uh, I think there's something there still that remains. That what is that highest possibility? I mean, this is the way to do it. When all of this happens, then but what is it? But what is it? What is that highest possibility? Remember, I said I wanted, I like the white dot and not the black dot.
Black.
I think it's the white dot that's the highest possibility. Yeah. Um, See, because if it's a black dot, it has a boundary. But the white dot seems boundless to me. See, that is the highest possibility. Yeah. So no barriers, no boundaries. It's a boundless state. Yeah. So the black dot for me seems like it's contained. And the white dot seems really expansive. Yeah. Yeah. I was saying, no, if I think too much, then it's not going to, I'm done. Only that occurred to me, and I'm not going to force anything more than that. Yeah.
The white dot being the highest possibility.
What does it mean for me?
Go ahead.
The first word that came to my mind is freedom.
Mhm.
I just had to feel it. Just the very sound of the word. Yeah. I think my contemplation tomorrow is going to be on freedom. There's something there as well.
Scatter, missing, with curiosity,
Yes.
to highest possibility, white dot,
Dot.
and freedom.
Okay. Yeah. That's the story. That's the story. That's
And
the
who are you in the story?
that's the generative part of the story. Yeah. That is total generative listening.
Without artificial intelligence.
Yeah. We don't need it. Who am I in this journey? Hmm. That light. I think the capacity of the light is to really see through. That's
I really want to appreciate you for this, for anchoring in your being at different points of time in this conversation.
Mm.
And light
Yeah.
being a common thread.
It clearly is. It clearly is. And for me, it seems like that's the pathway to freedom.
Mm.
That's the pathway to freedom. You said where from in the chariot, no?
Mm.
Towards freedom. Towards freedom. Freedom from everything. Freedom from attachment, freedom from validation, freedom from everything. Freedom from containment.
Mm. I'm feeling my breath deepen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the quality of light, freedom. That's the reason why I had to really close my eyes for a very brief moment to really feel that freedom within. It's just the very, experience is liberating. Yeah.
So, how would you like to use this, the ring of that word that you said, the
Yeah.
sound of this
Yeah,
word,
freedom.
and your reflections from here
Mhm.
into your life?
Process all of this and write about it. Mhm. Because I said contribution, no? Write about it. Because if it's hopping, then it's certainly not mine. So writing things like what I want to do. Yeah. Probably this conversation was meant to be like this. Because my LinkedIn experiment started as a 7-day experiment. I think today I'm on day 12. And this really consolidates it for me to say that play really leads to consistency.
Hmm.
And the full expression of your strengths. So yeah, that's how this conversation is going to find expression. Yes.
What could take you away from this path?
Artificial intelligence. Another word comes up to my mind, it's aware intelligence. Now that I'm aware of, I think then I'll be a lot more aligned. Yeah.
We have.
Good fun pursuit. Good fun creative pursuit.
Yeah.
I like what I absolutely love is when you sign up for something, that itself is job done.
Mm.
Because after that, uh, you just allow and it has to come together. And I said, no, that I have complete faith.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also see a sense of responsibility and accountability even in this exploration that you
Mm.
take, which
Yeah,
is heartening to see and amazing to witness.
yeah, yeah. For me, all of these are reiterations. They reinforce what I already believe in. So, so the courage comes from that faith.
Yeah.
The courage comes from that trust. Yeah. So, it's really not my doing. Yeah.
And throughout the conversation, I witnessed joy and contemplation, the two words you
Yeah,
started with.
correct, correct. Yeah, contemplation is joyful.
Yeah.
It is.
So seems like you've got what you wanted.
Yes, absolutely.
How would you like to close the conversation?
Uh, like I said, the this conversation is food for expression.
Mm.
It's fuel for expression. It's the light for that expression. So it just sets it up. Yeah. And I and it also occurs to me that it's going to feed itself. And every time I see some effort, I know that there's no flow. Then I always retract every time there's effort. The minute I step back, then I move forward again. So that's another thing. Yeah, and uh, the dots have to come together. They always will. They always will. And it's the white dot, the ever expanding light. So that's how I'd like to wrap up. But actually, I want to thank you for this partnership, Deepa, uh, because unless you have a partner that's invested in the exploration, uh, it cannot be as rich. So the richness comes, from the collaboration. It comes from that partnership. It comes from that curiosity. It comes from wanting that movement. Uh, the fact that you were really listening and brought a lot of things together, I think, was the partnership. So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
thank you. All right.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe let's just take a couple of minutes
Yeah.
pause
Yes.
to de-roll.
Yeah. No, I'm just this.
Yeah.
I don't know about the D roll. I think it's just this, but I think to savor
Yeah. Yeah.
this entire
Exactly.
experience.
Like a container.
Yeah, to
Just to
savor
give
it.
it a container.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so beautiful to see you.
So we have 9 more minutes,
Yes, yes.
Deepa. I think we
Yeah.
should talk about uh, generative
And
listening.
yes, that's exactly what's
Yeah,
coming to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And you know, I witnessed, how generative listening uh, happens, when I'd been to Otto Sharma's session in Boston, I think about 16, 17 years ago. And it still works. And even in today's conversation, I saw it, like when you were describing the chariot. So what happens is in generative listening, the client or the coachee or whoever, they give a scenario, and then we take a pause. We actually go into our inner space, we close our eyes, and then we bring, or we don't bring it, the images come in that space of silence. The images are coming, and we capture those images and play it back. It means nothing to me as I'm giving you, but if we just give it back. So in today's conversation, also, like the image of the horse that came to me through generative listening. Or there was one more image that was coming, but I did not find a space to bring it because I think we had moved on to another conversation, but it never left me, which is when you were talking about the chariot. You know, I saw the charioteer as the sun.
Mm. Yeah,
I saw, and of course, you were talking. I could connect it because you were talking about luminous. I mean, the light.
correct.
So, generative listening has so much power
Yeah,
that we don't need to really get into anything.
yeah,
We just have to be silent, pause, and quickly take it. And with practice, it happens in a nanosecond. You don't need too many hours of pause and all of that. So today also I witnessed. I mean, that is the way I coach. But today also I witnessed that, and you allowed it because you're so rich in your description that for me it's like a treat on a plate,
yeah,
which I
yeah,
just have to savor and bring back.
yeah. And I think there's so much merit in what you said about not being attached to it. It is what is happening within your system, and you're presenting it to the client for consideration.
Yes.
Uh, and in all likelihood, in my experience, and I've coached with you so many times, Deepa, that every time you brought something for consideration, I always had an immediate meaning. And it's not like I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it. I say it
Yeah.
direct. I say it directly, right? So for me, that means that the field is that
That
it's that energetic
it is
field.
the field.
It is the field that both of us are operating in, and hence it's resonating so much.
That's correct. Correct. And that's why when I'm entering the field, I need to exit the field.
Correct.
I cannot be in the field and move to the next.
Correct.
So the field has to be closed.
Yeah.
So the moment I'm getting into a coaching conversation, I am committing to enter a field and nothing else matters. And that's so powerful. So I always feel no coaching it's a role. But for me, it's much more than a role. And I'm sure it's the same for you. I can
Yeah.
sense
Yeah.
it. Even as a
Absolutely.
coachee, I sense it in you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a sacred thing you step into and then consciously step out.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. And the word that comes to me is detachment.
Yeah,
It's
that's
complete
correct.
detachment.
Yeah.
You offer what is occurring, and then
Yeah.
that's about it.
I still
Yeah.
remember in the session 16, 17 years ago, though we were four participants, and the images they offered at that time, I was being pushed and pulled, in a scenario which I narrated. The multiple images that came, I couldn't have ever thought of it in my head because when I am thinking, I'm thinking. But when you are telling me as an opposite person, you're intuiting. You're a conduit. You are not thinking because you can't think. And
You
that's
can't.
the best part.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
it's so, I mean, Otto's gift to the world is this four levels of listening. And every time I use it, what is I get applauded for it. That's a separate thing. But there is a method in the madness, there is a structured way to do it. And
Mhm.
it's practice, practice, and practice. If I disregard that value, then I'm gone. But if I allow and just present it to them as an offering, bas, that's it. So it's so powerful. This word generative has a different meaning to me. I mean, when you said Gen, I know, for me it is Gen. And I've never thought of it as generative. It's for me depleting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But generative is the highest possibility.
It is the highest part.
It is
And
the
he
highest
talks
possibility.
about that. I mean, when
Mm.
we do the whole process, we are stepping into our highest possibility. So the whole workshop is about that.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
so beautiful.
yeah, so I think Deepa, you should share with whoever's with us right now,
Right.
um, as to what does it take. I mean, of course, you mentioned practice, 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 and
Right.
to understand the method to the madness. But as coaches who are not, uh, you know, uh, uh, who are not introduced to it,
Right.
what is it that they can do uh, to develop this capacity for allowing instead of thinking about something?
Actually, again, it's from his principles only, which is pause and know your voices. Like, what's that inner chatter going on? When I have the inner chatter going on, I cannot offer you because I'm so busy listening to the inner chatter. So a lot of times, initially, when clients say, I can get hooked on to say, oh, I know this, I have contemplated on this, or this is exactly the same that's happening in my life. My voices are there. And he talks about voice of judgment, voices of fear, and voices of cynicism. He talks about three voices. And for years, I used to write down my voices and then see, oh, these are my demons. So years I've done that to understand what are the typical things that have come. Then I've started. I At that time I was a therapist when I had gotten into it. So I used to not take clients where my voices will be loud. It was a conscious call. No, I don't want to do that because I'm not ready as a practitioner and I'm young in it. It's like a shoot, which is so vulnerable. I'll
Yeah.
get swayed by this storm. I don't want to do that. So I wouldn't. Slowly and steadily, I've developed my capacity. Now I can take anyone. It's my choice.
Like,
So those voices are what does not help us.
yeah, yeah,
So pause, allow silence, and listen to those voices. Second is you can't listen to the voices when there's a storm. You can only listen clearly when there is no storm. And unfortunately, we get too busy when there's no crisis. So it's a practice. It's like dedicatedly taking time away to really listen and intuit and pause and say what's happening in myself, in my field. It's a practice. I mean, it's really, really a practice. Nothing to do with coaching. It
yes,
happens to be that it's applicable in coaching. It's
correct.
applicable in personal life, parenting, in
Yes,
in dealing with our partners in
yeah,
every aspect of life.
yeah. When you were saying voices, it reminded me of Timothy Galway's
Yeah,
equation of
yeah.
performance is equal to potential minus
And
interference. So the
interference.
voices, yeah,
Same.
all of that.
Yeah, minus the interference.
Minus the
Only focus
interference.
on the interference.
Correct,
That's it.
correct,
And then the two will become the same. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome, Deepa. We just left with one more minute.
Yeah.
One more minute. I think let's take this time to thank everybody who's joined us. And of course, we don't know who they are.
Yeah. We have not yet gone there.
We don't
And
know.
and for those who have written, we will reply later.
Yes, yes, yes. So thank you everybody
Yeah.
for
Thank you.
joining us. And Deepa, of course, you and I will do another one of these
Yes.
fun expeditions. It's like an adventure that we're on. So yeah, to
Yes.
another day then.
Thank you, Madhu, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.